Hello, I'm Charlene of the Rainbow Frequency, and today I'm coming before you to channel a message through from the higher frequencies, from your higher consciousness, from your spiritual team, guides, guardians, helpers, the universal energy that's available to love and support us and assist us through raising our vibration, through evolving our consciousness. We've been working on this since the dawn of time. I'm an energy balancing practitioner. I have studied Reiki and learned my way through other people's teaching to find my own art, my own way that I am here to transmit, to impart, to work my magic. We are innately we do. Someone else to grant us permission, to give us the ability. It is something that is a part of our construction, part of our makeup. You have to dig in, get to know yourself, what it is you're working with, and really master the art that is your magic, your craft, your ways of being, not doing, being. For example, a part of my training was to realize, like, I don't have to do anything. I could just walk down the street and the healing energy is going to do what it needs to do, go where it needs to go, be how it needs to be, because it's soul to soul. It's a higher consciousness, higher vibrational interaction that's taking place. That's where you have to learn to take the ego out. I have some my notes, so hold on, let me pull that up. Some questions. I grew up with my father always asking me when I was in a snit, worked up over something. He's like, well, is it fear or is it apprehension? Because there's a difference. Like, are you truly fearful? Do you feel it? Like in your bones, there are many ways that we're designed to register threats around us. Response in you, really stop, breathe, and ask yourself, in a timely manner. Another one is it anxiety that I'm feeling, or is it anticipation? I know myself, whether we're looking astrologically at my chart or knowing myself out in the world as a person, I am a very sensitive, one could say high-strung individual. One could even say I have ADHD. However, I am constructed to be very sensitive, tuned in, very aware of the big picture that's going on around me, sensing emotions, as an intermediary between the spiritual realm and the material realm. There's a lot that I'm perceiving that I have to filter through, process, and discern what is useful, what is not, what is mine, what isn't. So it's just, a lot of times we tend to have our heads down, going through the motions. A lot of us we're in our own world, and we'll tend to take things personally, meaning we think we had something to do with another person's reaction, when a lot of times there's something to consider. Another person's reaction to you is theirs. I mean, sure, you can't be walking around in pain and spewing that out and not be held accountable. But at the same time, if you are truly working on yourself, trying to do what's in the highest good of yourself and all involved, and somebody else around you lashes out, and after you've considered whether or not you truly tried or intended to do anything to that person, you might have to just accept the fact that it has nothing to do with you. Their thoughts and feelings are their own, and stay in your own bubble, stay in your own lane. Don't absorb, don't take it personally, don't take ownership of somebody else's trauma, karma, baggage, whatever you want to call it. A lot of us that I work with are empathic, we're caretakers, we're of people who like to be of service. So it's just, again, boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. If you go around picking up other people's pain, other people's trauma, other people's baggage, then they won't work through the journey for themselves as they're needing to learn and grow. So it's really a disservice. Also, like, there's what is known as, some people refer to, we have a pain body. We have an emotional body, we have a mental body, we have a physical body, we have a light body, all sorts of different aspects of self. Well, I recently heard someone speak about our pain body and how, as we go through life, past lives, we carry those wounds, that pain, that trauma in our pain body. I think of it more of it's stored within us, whether you want to say your energetic field. There's so many ways that one could say these things. But if you don't address your wounds, if you don't address the things that traumatize you, that were painful, if you just bury it and keep going, you're basically carrying that around with you. And, that saying, hurt people, hurt other people, very true. Misery loves company, yes. So it's very important. And this is why I'm here, to help people to really sit with yourself. What is it that you haven't acknowledged that you're carrying that needs to be released? What is it that you need to face and really put that effort into working through the layers so that you can tend to that wound, you can heal it, you can nurture it with love, self-acceptance, forgiveness, all sorts of elements that go into the healing process. And the thing of it is, it does not need to be this elaborate, super sensational, wild experience. It really doesn't. I mean, for some people, they will have these very intense, big experiences. But in my experience with people, generally speaking, Spirit speaks to us, works with us, for us, through us, in very simple ways. Energy healing, while there can be many ways that it is done, it can also just be done in very simple methods that we do day to day that we don't even recognize. For example, when someone's talking to you and having a hard time, and you just put your hand on their shoulder in sympathy, not even a hug, just that hand on the shoulder to tell them that you care, that you're there, that you're holding space for them. This is one of energy centers, one of the chakras, one of the parts of you, if you think of yourself more of an energetic, electromagnetic being, that conveys a lot of healing. Like, even if you go like this and hold yourself, that feels really good. Hugs, you can look it up online, scientifically show that the energy between two people hugging is very healthy. But again, it's an energetic exchange. Other ways, like, okay, say someone's pushing your buttons, you feel threatened, and you put your hands on your hips. Your hips are connected to your root chakra, your sense of stability, feeling grounded. So it's just an innate way that we will ground ourselves when we need it, and we don't even think about it. Crossing your arms over your chest, it's a way of shielding yourself. So many ways. Humming, a lot of times people will hum. That is a healing practice. The vibration moving through your body can help clear blockages. Dance, singing, same thing. Recently, my husband said, and I wrote this down, dance is a physical way to connect with something intangible. I absolutely love that statement. Started prompting me to work through dance, to work through song. And at first I was resistant. I've said this many times, so forgive me if you've heard it before. But I was resistant. I felt silly. I was like, what is this? This isn't the way I was expecting to practice my art. This wasn't how I saw other people do energy healing. So, I was expecting it to be more like the Reiki I'd seen other people do. On a drum, they led me to be the drum, to beat my feet against the earth and the surfaces, whether it be a stage, whatnot, and be the drum. I'd never worn bracelets my whole life. Then I was led to start wearing bracelets so that I could be the rattle. You don't have to have a rattle. I am the rattle. It's simple. You don't have to have the tool. You are a tool. Oh, that makes me laugh, but I mean that in the nicest way. In healing work, you are led to see yourself as a hollow bone through which spirit, through energy can flow. You are, in fact, an implement. You are conductive, a conduit for spirit. You work together. It's not all spirit taking the credit, nor is it all you. You're not necessarily doing the heavy lifting. It's a beautiful dance, an exchange of energies that together raise the vibration, create the healing, transmutation, whatever you wish to call it. Love it. I recently did a full moon reading, which you can look at my other videos because I posted it as well so you could see the cards. But we're going into a full moon in Capricorn, which is a rare occurrence of 2 full moons in a row, blue moons in the same sign. I, as a Capricorn sun sign, Capricorn or Saturnian energy is something I'm familiar with and enjoy, but there are many other cosmic bodies out there that are amazing as well. You have a whole chart, so don't limit yourself to just your sun sign. So this is the energy that we're in, that knowing this information helps you best apply yourself to what you're facing, what you're dealing. So the second full moon in Capricorn is a rare opportunity to shapeshift your energy in order to heal and be a master of your genuine self. Reflecting on ways you self-sabotage or limit yourself, overindulge, are too dogmatic or rigid, and have expectations of yourself that are not healthy, will be most helpful, so they may be witnessed and released. So Capricornian energy is wonderful energy. It's very ambitious. It's very loyal. It's dependable. It can move mountains. It's amazing energy, but it can also be a bit too self-critical. You can be overindulgent at times. You can work yourself tirelessly because you love to work, but at the same time, it's all about balance. It's not healthy to work endlessly, tirelessly, not taking time to rest and have play and joy in your life, because it's going to degrade the energy if nothing else will change that mentality. You're being asked, actually, I'll show you the cards. So we're healing. The overarching theme, the bottom of the deck, is that we have a chance to really heal, to cleanse our energy, to be more authentically ourselves, to really go within, to find that illumination point, find that connection point to the divine, which really is another way of expressing your own true self. You know, if we are off the sacred fire, we're a spark off of that flame, then how are you a reflection? How are you representing that divinity here on earth? Is how they want me to say that. And again, dance is a way, movement, being creative, being in that flow is a way for us to connect with something that's not tangible. You know, card readings, another way. There's just so many ways. Then we have shine on. Again, get in to your light body. Don't dim that light. Feed the light. Shine it out. Take up space. Be as big and bright as it feels right to be. I'll back up a little and say, push yourself to taking up as much space as you can and still be comfortable. Push a little bit bigger. Like if you're used to being small, diminishing yourself for others' comfortability, keep working on expanding your light body, taking up space that is rightfully yours. Don't push yourself past comfortability just for the sake of being bigger, but like find that ultimate spot where you feel the best and just and be in that, like, raise your vibration, raise your energy, feed and love yourself to where you're your most full, how do they want to say this? Again, they keep bringing me back to the movie Stardust. You know, we're all here kind of little stars here on Earth, and the happier and the more content and self-satisfied and fulfilled we are in a harmonious, loving, reciprocal, mutually beneficial way, the better we are of service to ourselves and the entire dang cosmos. All right, back to this. You're being asked if you're interested in forming new thoughts, perceptions, beliefs, and truths, and are willing to learn how to work with them. Ace of Swords, it's a new beginning of our mental body. It's a new quest of being in our truth, of being in alignment with that truth, with that authenticity, having clarity within that thought. You know, really, in order to be strong in our mental body, we have to be connected to our emotional body, sitting with our emotions and reading the information that they have to present to us. Then, you know, we really ground all of that in so that we can take right action with proper discernment. You know, using that intuition. You know, if there's a red flag, don't ignore the red flag. Be aware of it and discern how best to either sidestep, work with the red flag because you know what it is. You're not deluding yourself. You know, it's taking the lessons from the past, fully having let go of your attachment to the past, and then being able, with proper discernment, know when to apply what you've learned to the here and now in a useful, mutually beneficial, helpful way. But again, it's a beginning. It's a new trajectory. It's a new path. It's a new way of thinking. So you have to be gentle and go slow and take it one step at a time. The obstacle is in controlling your emotions and being softer in your approach when you feel threatened, as strength is not found in force, but in the way of the heart. Truly, you know, moderate your voice, moderate yourself. You know, when you feel threatened, take note of it. Try to breathe through it. Try to use the feeling. If something ruffles your feathers and it creates frustration, instead of taking that frustration, that anger, and lashing out, use it as fuel. I always think of it like this: like, you can either be a trash heap spewing out garbage and toxicness, or you can work through these feelings, these challenges, and be more of a compost pile. It's really being in that space of, what is the lesson in this? How can I have boundaries in a loving way and put my time and energy into what is going to be the best for all involved, not sacrificing myself in the process. The middle road, the healing way through. You are being advised to let go of the conflict you keep yourself in the grips of. Let go of false perceptions and useless worries or speculation, as it only drains your energy. You know, this is the end of a cycle, so you have to let go of those loops, those thought patterns, those worries. You know, I love that saying, what to worry is to put a prayer of what you want in a negative way out to the world. So don't do that to yourself, and let the cycle end. You know, cut your losses, extract yourself as needed, but let it go. Let it be over. You know, free yourself from that cage. Let it be that death of self, like dissolve the old you with the old ways of thinking and being. Let it go, and then be reborn anew, going forward in a way that, again, serves you as well as all involved. Don't fall on the sword for other people and their traumas unnecessarily either, right? While what you're facing may seem insurmountable, hold strong and keep putting one foot in front of the other. Retrain yourself. Alchemize yourself through the pain or challenges. Seven of Wands energy, again, it's that point in the journey where you feel like you're holding ground, but you're not going to be able to get forward. You feel a bit stuck, and like the way forward is stacked against you, perhaps. However, the advice in this is, you know, be really rooted in that connection to the divine, and trust that the way forward will be shown, and you will be able to take the steps needed to heal, learn, release, transmute, to spiritually overcome what it is that you're facing. Take your attention inward to your heart and soul, to your connection point to the divine, and what is the best way forward for you that is a healthy, loving, authentic way for you to apply yourself to the situation. You might feel like changing whatever it is, overcoming whatever it is too big for you to be able to do it. However, it's not true. That's in your mind. So don't let your mind hold you back. Have more faith in yourself. In the void of this energy, bring love in to refill the space. Love of yourself and what makes you tick will help this vibration shake things up. Faith in yourself, the cosmos, and all of creation will assist you in taking steps forward beautifully. Listen to your soul and heart as it speaks, and show up for yourself authentically. Physical movement such as dance will help you ground the spiritual into the material. This is, again, another ace, another new beginning. So we're going from a new beginning in our way of thinking that leads to a new beginning in our way of relating emotionally to the world, our relationship with love itself. You know, a lot of us, we're so loving that we'll accept whatever form of love shows up. You know, not all love is healthy. Not all love is high vibrational. You know, sometimes love can be obsessive. Love can be codependent. So it's important, even with love, to maintain a healthy balance where it's as much love of yourself as it is for someone else, something else. You know, as much love for yourself internally as you put externally outward. You know, you can't be of service to others with an empty cup, and you have to regularly come back and clean the cup, love the cup. You know, but it's a new beginning of, you know, you see these lotuses underneath the cup. So yes, you know, we've had to go through the mud and the muck, some of that lower vibrational stuff, and with the help of spirit, we've alchemically self-healed enough to be at this new beginning point. But we are going from one way of existing, working to change how it is that we see, feel, and think about what it is that we're doing, how it is that we're showing up in this world. And we're now working to create new ways of thinking, new ways of being, new ways of working together in this world. You know, one way of saying that is we're going from the Piscean age to the Aquarian age, which is about humanitarian pursuits that are also independent, outside of the box thinking perhaps, but really based in reciprocal exchange and balancing out the divine masculine and the divine feminine within us all. You know, really integrating ourselves into wholeness so that we're balanced. Another way of saying is that we're moving into the golden age, or, you know, moving, if we choose, into our golden light bodies to have a different experience, to really, in one sense, we're working to self-heal so that we can exalt ourselves, so then we can show up as the divine, magical, sovereign being that we're here, that is a vital element in the equation that will help the all, the oneness. So when you discount yourself, when you don't do that work of getting to know how it is that you're designed, what it is that you're capable of, when you shit all over your potentials, excuse my language, you're being rude to creation. You're being rude to the divine, in my opinion. So stop diminishing yourself. Stop discounting yourself. Stop wallowing in it. And rise up out of that swamp of despair, because you're worth it, because you can do it, and there's a lot of loving support around you that would really be more than happy to assist you, myself included. So just saying, if you choose, you can change You can let go of your pain, your trauma, that which makes your existence toxic. You can work to release that, and through self-love and reflection and dedication to being a master of yourself and your ways of bringing beneficial energy to yourself and the environment you're a part of, that's what's really going to shake things up for the better. So I hope you enjoyed this. Best wishes and the healthiest, highest vibrational forms of true, unconditional love. Be well holistically for yourself and the environment you're a part of. And then that's how you'll be of best service. See you next. And working in a balanced way to get myself out there as much as possible so that I can help people I'm designed to. So message me, whatever. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Pinterest, I'm on LinkedIn. Again, it's a small business. I put myself as many places as I can to find my community, my tribe, so that we can really rock this Casbah. Because instead of Charlene don't like it, it's Charlene, she's liking it. We're rocking the Casbah, rocking the Casbah.